Over the weekend, Donald Trump announced the strategic cryptocurrency reserve with 5 different tokens. Of course, you've got Bitcoin, you've got Ethereum, but he also has Solana, XRP, and Cardano. And I know for many of you are saying, I have no idea what those words mean. Well, I'll break it down for you very quickly as we get into the story. It basically means cryptocurrencies back on a menu, boys. A strategic reserve means the U.S. is going to be buying up large quantities of these cryptocurrencies or tokens, and that will likely cause the prices to go up. There's a variety of reasons why the U.S. would do this. Namely, cryptocurrency is popular. It is a decent investment. It has seen massive growth. It is utilized by countries all over the world, namely El Salvador, of course. But there is value in this asset, whatever your view of it may be. It is a digitally scarce resource. Can only go down. The value can only go up. There's a lot to break down on how Bitcoin operates. Technically, that could change. But suffice it to say, the world has embraced it. And it's a means of transferring wealth, holding wealth, and for some, even speculating and making money. And thus, the U.S., late to the game, is getting on board with Bitcoin. I don't know if they've announced the exact number that we're going to see purchased. But there are other questions about why Solana, XRP, and Cardano, again, you probably never even heard of those cryptocurrencies. Well, we in the industry like to refer to those as ish coins. It's a swear word. I try to swear when I do the show. But I don't really say that. I've actually, full disclosure, I have held a small amount of Cardano tokens for a long time. I have lost money on this. But it's largely because these are American companies. And so I think the reason the United States is making a strategic reserve, essentially an investment, in things like Solana, XRP, and Cardano, think of that as stocks. The U.S. basically making a bet. If we say we will get behind these and hold a reserve, the price will go up. That's going to result in more purchases of those cryptocurrencies and could help those companies expand and give the U.S. crypto dominance. You know, whatever, I guess. But we'll break the news down. The prices are rallying. People are getting rich. One dude apparently already made $7 million since the announcement was made. Considering Cardano and Solana XRP are relatively cheap compared to the $100,000 Bitcoin, a lot of people bought a lot and saw massive gains. Let me tell you, my friends, you know what's really fascinating is I just watched Squid Game 2. I don't know, whatever. It sucked. Oh, don't watch it. It's so bad. And I was really disappointed. And I say it was bad. It's because, like, imagine someone took flour, butter, sugar, brown sugar, vanilla. Ooh, you see where this is going. It's sounding pretty good. And then they started mixing them up in a bowl and they put, some egg in there and you're like, I know what you're about to make. And then they threw it on the floor. You'd be like, wait, what? You were so close. Chocolate chip cookies. Anyway, I'm not going to do a review on Squid Game other than to say there's no story. It literally is just expositional waste of time. Not to mention it's woke. Ugh. I digress. There's a scene in it where, for those that aren't familiar with Squid Games, I don't know, whatever. In the first one, it's basically poor people who are in debt, degenerates, whatever, gamblers. They need money. And so they play a life or death game to win what is effectively, I think, like $30 million USD. It's 45 billion Korean won. In this one of the guys, actually several of the guys who are destitute and are playing this life or death game for money, they're destitute because they lost everything in cryptocurrency. One guy's like, I need my phone to check the crypto market so I can see where I'm at and make trades. I'm going to lose money. It's fascinating to me. It's beyond mainstream at this point. It is governmental to the highest degree with the U.S., with China, with Russia, buying into crypto, namely Bitcoin. And of course, El Salvador has been buying up Bitcoin for some time now and seeing beautiful profits. But it's mainstream. It's in our media. It is meme coins. It is popular culture. It is here. And the wild thing is, this is life, I tell this story. I remember when Bitcoin was at 70 cents. I didn't get it at the beginning when it was a penny, when it was less than a penny. It was 2011, the beginning of 2011, somewhere around then. It was like 70 cents. And I was like, should I just buy a bunch of this? My buddy said, nah, just buying internet points. You're going to lose all your money. And I'm like, yeah, fair point. So I didn't. To be fair, if it went up from 70 to $5, I'd have sold in 2 seconds. In fact, I had around 20 Bitcoin And I got them for like $1 something and then sold them when they were at like $5. And I was like, let's go. No, I think I sold them at $20. Yeah, I got like $400. Paid rent with it. Could you imagine 20 Bitcoin? What is that now? Almost $2 million? Heavens me. At the time, though, the $400 seemed worth it. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Trump has announced the strategic crypto reserve. Let's take a look. CNBC, I would be remiss if I did not mention the other part of the story, is that Democrats are saying Trump is doing this to enrich his family and rip us all off. Okay. Cryptocurrencies rallied on Sunday after President Donald Trump announced the creation of a strategic crypto reserve for the United States that will include Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as XRP, Solana, and Cardano's ADA. Quote, a U.S. crypto reserve will elevate this critical industry after years of corrupt attacks by the Biden administration, which is why my executive order on digital assets directed the presidential working group to move forward on a crypto strategic reserve that includes XRP, Sol, and ADA. He said in a post on Truth Social. Now, Solana, for those that don't know, that's the meme coin HQ. So when people are buying, basically these are like, my understanding is that ADA, Solana, XRP are very similar to Ethereum. If you're not familiar with what that is, I don't know that I would be doing anybody favors to try and break down the nitty gritty. I'll show a couple basic breakdowns. But the general idea is Bitcoin and Ethereum are rather similar. With Ethereum, Ethereum as a cryptocurrency, I know, it's like there's so much you got to understand about this stuff. Cryptographic keys, systems, blockchain, the ledger. Okay, so the way Bitcoin basically works is you have a public and a private key. You send a public key to somebody. It's like, hey, this is my address. The private key allows you to control what goes out of that address, but anybody can send stuff into it. It then records it all on the ledger, and it's anybody can read it. Ethereum is rather similar, but Ethereum doesn't function entirely the same way as Bitcoin. Ethereum is, some say it's more like a stock. It's centralized, controllable. But Ethereum created, with Ethereum, we got what's called ERC20 tokens, which are cryptocurrencies that can be launched off of the Ethereum blockchain. And then Ethereum is basically the backbone. So this allowed a lot of people to create, meme coins and things like that, and make their own cryptos in their own name, whatever. Anyway, Trump says, I will make sure the U.S. is the crypto capital of the world. And obviously, Bitcoin and Ethereum, as other valuable cryptocurrencies, will be at the heart of the reserve. He said in a follow-up post, I also love Bitcoin and Ethereum. XRP surged 33% at the announcement, while the token tied to Solana jumped 25%. Cardano's coin soared more than 60%. Cardano probably soared more because it was, I believe it was the cheapest. Bitcoin rose 10% to 94,000, which is crazy, because it dipped to the low 80,000s. That was nuts. Ether has suffered some of the biggest losses in crypto year to date, gaining 13%. Trump is hosting the first White House Crypto Summit on Friday, and investors will be watching closely for more clues about the direction of these reserve plans. This is the first time Trump has specified his support for a crypto reserve versus a stockpile. While the former assumes actively buying crypto in regular installments, a stockpile would simply not sell any of the crypto currently held by the U.S. government. So now Trump is facing a blowback because Democrats are basically saying the real play here is his kids buy up tons of XRP and ADA. Then Trump announces the U.S. government's going to buy up tons of this stuff, forcing the price to skyrocket, and the holders will make bank, which is stupid because they already publicly announced the tokens that were going to be available for purchase, allowing anyone to have bought it before the announcement was formally made, and even right now, before they've purchased any. They're giving ample warning to everyone on the effing planet they intend to hold these cryptos. The real reason, in my opinion, that Trump is buying up XRP, Solana, and ADA, I can't speak for Solana, at least ADA, I believe, I could be wrong, these are American companies, and Trump wants the United States of America to be the dominant force in crypto. With the U.S. buying up and holding on to large portions of this crypto, they're basically saying, we are backing these companies. Now, you want to complain about that? Let's roll, baby. The U.S. government choosing winners or losers by effectively buying a stock, a digital asset to prop up these companies, fine. But the reason Trump's doing it is not to make his family rich. He's already a billionaire. These people really don't get it. They live in this crazy world where they're like, I deserve to have your stuff. And they don't understand what people who have money actually care about. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people just want to see the number go up. Some people live that way. But I got to be honest, most of the people I've met in my life who just want to see the number go up are not rich. And most of the people I've met in my life who are rich did something through passion and the money came after. That is basically what everybody says. Now, maybe Trump's whole life was, let me just get that number up. Sure, fine, whatever. Those people do exist. But I will tell you this, the majority of wealthy individuals are not spending their day-to-day sitting there staring at the numbers. Some are, usually when they're lower tier like lower tier wealth, like, they make a couple $1 million a year as financial managers, CFOs, etc. The people running the show, the Trumps, the Elons. Elon didn't say, I'm going to make myself the richest man in the world by building rocket ships. Like, who thought that? And then the dude was like, well, now SpaceX has made him the wealthiest man ever. Seriously, ever. Isn't that crazy? All right. Well, let's read this. Trump faces blowback over plans for a crypto reserve. But first, let me give you a little bit about Cardano. Full disclosure, I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. Cardano is a public decentralized blockchain platform that uses proof of stake to achieve consensus. It can facilitate peer-to-peer transactions with its internal cryptocurrency ADA. Began in 2015, led by Ethereum co-founder Charles Hoskinson. The project is overseen and supervised with the Cardano Foundation based in Zug, Switzerland. When launched in 2017, it was the largest cryptocurrency to use a proof-of-stake blockchain, which is seen as a greener alternative to proof-of-work protocols. Basically, proof-of-work requires all these GPUs to pump stuff out. So maybe I was wrong. I thought this was U.S.-based, but I guess it's not, in which case, again, I'm not entirely sure exactly what Trump's play is with these. Other than my assumption is he wants the U.S. to be in deep control of these things. After leaving Ethereum in 2014, Charles Hoskinson and Jeremy Woods had their plans for Cardano. Hoskinson had left Ethereum after a dispute with co-founder Vitalik Buterin. Hoskinson wanted to accept venture capital and create a company, while Buterin wanted to keep it as a nonprofit organization. So you can basically see it that way, I suppose. So there is wealth generation here. Cardano reached a market cap of $77 billion in May 2021, which is the fourth highest of cryptocurrency at the time. Advertising agency, blah, 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 ranked Cardano as 26 for brand intimacy, blah, blah, blah. The Cardano Foundation, yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera. Okay, you get it. Then we have XRP. This is the Ripple protocol, and I must add, the most annoying of cryptocurrencies. Sorry, guys, you can complain all you want, comment, and tell me. And I tell you this, all of the comments are going to be people claiming that XRP is going to go to 200,000, I swear. It's like, what is that, $2? Okay, let's pull this up. It went up, don't get me wrong. $2.69 for XRP. And you get all these annoying viral scam posts where they're like, big news, XRP is going to jump to 100,000. And it's like, dude, stop. Just stop. They're trying to trick stupid people into playing this get-rich-quick scheme. Sorry, I mean, I know all the cryptos basically do it, but seriously, XRP is spam blasted everywhere. Basically, and I'm not blaming the company behind it or whatever. It's a cryptocurrency platform launched by Ripple Labs. It employs the native cryptocurrency known as XRP, supports tokens, blah, blah, blah. Once again, much like these other cryptos. And then you have Solana, of course. Blah, blah, blah. It's got a digital token. I don't know. You get it. The XRP ledger operates on a consensus protocol that differs from proof of work and proof of stake. Transactions are validated by a network of independent validators who reach consensus every 3 to 5 seconds, enabling rapid transaction settlement. Users rely on a trusted list of validators, known as the unique node list. While this approach provides faster transaction validation and security, though it has led to discussions about centralization within its network. So I think one of the big factors here for Trump is that you've basically got these cryptos that function decently. ADA, I'm interested in. It basically competes with Ethereum, and there's some that speculate it would be better as a for-profit. We'll see what happens. But I think Trump is basically saying we're gonna bet on these based on some internal reasons, whatever. I don't know. And they're gonna go up in value. This is gonna solidify these companies as the major players. Maybe it's a Western thing. So apparently now the consequences. Oh, the New York Times, they're so angry. The cryptocurrencies are riding high again, blah, blah, blah. I will make sure the U.S. is a crypto capital of the world, blah, blah, blah. Critics of all political stripes decried the move. Some Republicans raised questions about spending taxpayer money on risky assets instead of paying down the national debt. Joe Lonsdale, a friend of Elon Musk, said, it's wrong to steal money or for grift on the left. It's also wrong to tax me for crypto bro schemes. I just think that's very stupid. Some protested the seemingly latest conflict of interest involving Trump crypto, noting that Trump profited from promoting the so-called meme coin Trump before his inauguration. SEC last week said meme coins wouldn't be subject to regulatory oversight. This is getting egregious. The software developer Nikita Bayer replied to Lonsdale's post. Every 2 weeks, there's a kickback to the family. Completely delegitimizes all of the work Doge is doing. Okay. First of all, let me just stress. Trump has not made any money off of the Trump token. They launched the meme coin, same as literally anybody else. And I believe in April is when the insiders are allowed to start trading. The price will likely collapse. They will make some money. You know, that's the point of doing a meme coin. I think it's all dumb. But meme coins are like, if I said I'm going to be issuing out a bunch of collector beanies, and then y'all can, like, imagine this. This is actually really funny. I'm going to release a bunch of beanies, let's say 1,000, and they're not going to sell until June 1st. Imagine I said that. I'm not really doing that. And then I said, you can buy a stake in as many beanies as you want for whatever price the market dictates, and then created a fluctuating market where anybody could trade as if it was a stock. Isn't that crazy? I mean, that's actually that's a really good idea, actually. Because then what happens is, basically, let's say it costs $5 a beanie for us to make. It's probably less than that. And then someone buys them all up for $6, and so we've already made all our money back. Okay, we sold them all. That person now basically holding all of them can now trade them and set the price to $8. And then people are betting on whatever they want to buy it for. That's basically what a meme coin is. And, you know, a lot of people think they're going to get rich off them, and it's stupid. And some people do. Don't get me wrong. They'll buy like some dumb meme coin for 10 meme coins per penny. And what does that mean? It's a digital asset. It's scarce to cryptographic chain, like, you know, can't be copied. Then once it jumps, here, let's put it this way. Let's say a meme coin's selling for 1 penny. It couldn't possibly get lower. Well, actually not 1 penny, but it's selling for 1 cent gets you 1/8 decimal point. So it's like it can't go any lower. If it goes to 2, you've doubled your money. And so a lot of people are going to buy these meme coins for $1 and then say sell it if it's 2. And then depending, they double their money. And then someone else bought it for 2. And the question is, if it keeps going up, who loses? It's a game of hot potato. Trump hasn't made any money off the Trump coin yet, but a lot of people have lost a lot of money so far. But a lot of people have made a lot of money so far. So blah, blah, blah. Basically, you've got a bunch of people saying on the left that Donald Trump is enriching his family because they've been given the heads up on this one. PBS reports a look at the Trump crypto ventures that will help the industry and likely enrich his family. I just want to say, you know, blah, 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 blah. Let me just say this before I read all this. The crypto move is a good move. I don't care if he chose three cryptocurrencies outside. Bitcoin and Ethereum makes sense. Those are the two major players. Bitcoin, of course, being the actual crypto and the rest being, I don't know, stock or whatever. Trump's deciding these are the companies we want to hold. I don't see it as being risky. It just depends on how much money Trump is putting into these things. If Trump says he's going to put the entire GDP into ADA, I'd be like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But I doubt he's going to do that. It might be a few $1 million. And then we're going to go, whatever. It'll move the price by a few cents. Maybe some people will buy into it, and then Trump will sell it all out and gut the early investors. I don't know. He'll rug pull the American people. So here we go. PBS, and this is from February. They say Trump says he's a crypto president, blah, blah, blah. He's attached the Trump name to a crypto token and other crypto-themed products. Critics have said that the ventures are ripe for abuse by people seeking Trump's influence. Trump put his investments and assets in a trust management by his children and has pledged not to play a role in managing his companies while president. Here's how it looks. They say $100,000. Crypto president Tourbillon, which the Trump-themed online watch store, he first promoted Trump watches. So what? And that was the crazy, like, Trump is selling watches. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I don't care. I don't care if he's selling watches. $11 billion, roughly how much the market cap overall value of the president's meme coin has been erased since it peaked at $15 billion. I love this. They do this with meme coins. They're like, this is the market cap. That's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. Y'all are nuts. Meme coins are gambling. $300 for crypto-themed sneakers. 75, blah, blah, blah. Look, I literally don't care if Trump's like, buy a Trump coin. I'm like, okay, do it or don't. Make those decisions yourselves. But the media is looking for any reason to be angry at Donald Trump. So literally anything and everything he does is bad. All right, let's just lay it out like this. I don't care which cryptocurrencies Trump names. They're all better than the dollar. And this is funny when you get these critics being like, I don't like being taxed so that they could buy these crypto bro schemes. And I'm like, let me just tell you, bro. Yeah, the taxation thing I get, but Solana, XRP, and Cardano are better to be held than the US dollar. So you ain't going to come to me and be like, we should hold more dollars. I'm like, why? It's being gutted. Inflation's through the roof. Now, I know Scott Bessent, the Trump administration, has been talking about this, interest rates coming down, cooling off prices. That I get. But let's just be real. The way the U.S. economy works, obviously, these are all better investments than the U.S. dollar. So I don't care which crypto Trump chooses. Whatever. Cry more. I'm going to wrap it up there. We got more segments coming up, my friends. This is big news in the crypto world. Thanks for hanging out. Stay tuned, and we'll see you all in the next segment.